Welcome back to Thursday Night Smackdown, the 101 at ringside. And with less than 3 weeks to WrestleMania comes early this evening because the two superstars in the Smackdown side of the main event for WrestleMania are in a tag team match here this evening. It is going to be Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose taking on Shawn Michaels and his chosen tag team partner by the viewers at home, Daniel Bryan. So that awesome, gigantic main event still to come. But not only that, we have got two other massive matches still to come as well. And we found out last week that Finn Balor will be making his Smackdown debut here this evening. You, the viewers at home, alongside Mick Foley, had a big decision to make. It was going to be either Finn Balor getting a championship match against US champion Dolph Ziggler or a NXT championship match against Sami Zayn. So Finn Balor is going to be getting a title opportunity in just a matter of moments. But what champion have you, the viewers, decided that Finn Balor will challenge this evening? Not long to find out. Will it be NXT champion Sami Zayn? Will it be US champion Dolph Ziggler? Either way, this one's sure to be a fantastic opening contest night on Smackdown. Like we just mentioned, we've got a gigantic main event. It is going to be Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, of course, representing the Shield, taking on the number one contender to Seth Rollins' World Championship, Shawn Michaels, and his chosen tag team partner, Daniel Bryan. So the former teacher and student teaming up this evening and taking on the very dominant Shield. We're also going to be seeing John Cena in action. Of course, not forgetting that massive moment that happened last week. John Cena doing the unthinkable, turning his back on not only Hulk Hogan, but on the entire WWE Universe. But the new John Cena will be in action very shortly. However, back to this one. Which champion have you, the viewers, decided Finn Balor will challenge this evening? It's time to find out. And yes, you, the viewers at home, have decided Finn Balor is going to be getting the United States Championship contest. The US champion now, Dolph Ziggler, heading to the ring. And Ziggler has been champion now for some time, defeating the likes of Ryback along the way. Ziggler has been on a fantastic run as of late and will be looking to continue that run here this evening. As we know, Finn Balor making his main roster debut, but a former NXT standout. Finn Balor, one of the best wrestlers in the world today, and has got a fantastic opportunity this evening. Can Finn Balor win his first main roster championship here this evening in his very first main roster match here on Smackdown? This one sure to be interesting. Both these superstars, fantastic athletes in their own right, great wrestlers in the ring, great styles, great maneuvers, and both great fan favourites as well. So this one's going to be interesting. The fans behind both Ziggler and Finn Balor. Referee ring the bell, the action underway. Like we just mentioned, these two very technical. And we are seeing quite a technical start in this one. Finn Balor taken down. And that time Dolph Ziggler with the upper hand. These two men once again locking up. Finn Balor this time with the advantage. Wrenching the arm, but now Ziggler fighting back. And now Balor again. And that time Finn Balor coming out on top. These two men very even in the opening moments. And I think the action about to go up a notch now. Off the ropes and a big dropkick by Ziggler. Ziggler, no doubt about it, one of the best pure athletes in the whole of WWE today. We're not talking just SmackDown, we are talking Raw and SmackDown. Both these men, great athletes, and I'm sure can beat any superstar on their day. The question you've got to ask is today going to be Finn Balor's day? Can Finn Balor become the United States champion in his first SmackDown main roster matchup? Ziggler, as you mentioned, has been champion for some time now, so it will not be easy to defeat. And what a time for Balor to make his main roster debut. Just literally less than 3 weeks away till WrestleMania. I'm sure both these men want to walk into WrestleMania as the US champion. And what a manoeuvre by Ziggler there, the giant jumping, swinging DDT. into the cover. Could this one be over early? Referee with a 2 count. Ziggler looking to continue that advantage now. Picking Balor back to his feet. Super kick to the midsection. Balor hunched over. Reversing the Irish whip. And now a Hurricanrana. Balor increasing the speed now. Second rope. Ziggler dazed. Slowly getting back to his feet. And Balor is waiting for him. Perched on that second rope. Balor time. Missing the front drop kick. Ziggler swatting Balor away. And now Ziggler's turn to increase his offense. And look at that. As we said, Ziggler, one of the best athletes in the whole of WWE today, and we are seeing it. Ziggler, a very dominant US champion. Over that time, the neck breaker reversed. And now Ziggler in the corner. We are seeing some fantastic action. This one, very even, going back and forth. Another great move incoming. Look at that, a shotgun drop kick by Finn Balor. And whilst this might be Finn Balor's main roster debut here this evening, don't forget Finn Balor is a former NXT champion and a former multiple-time worldwide champion through various organisations throughout Japan and the independent scene here in the USA. Here in WWE, Dolph Ziggler has been here for several years now. Ziggler, a former World Heavyweight Champion, a former IC Champion, and of course a current US Champion. And this is signature Ziggler. The fans fully behind him. And this one could be over any moment now. Ziggler calling Balor to his feet, going for that zigzag. But Balor going downstairs, reversing it. Now sending Ziggler across the ring into the turnbuckle. And now the chop. And look at this offense by Finn Balor. The speed, the agility, the technique. Finn Balor has got it all. And for a main roster debut, this one so far looking good for Balor. But that time Ziggler reversing. Balor's attempting to the super kick. A super kick by Dolph Ziggler. And Ziggler can be moments away from retaining that championship. Referee finally coming over. 1, 2. But Balor literally kicking out on the last millisecond. Ziggler coming so close to yet another successful title defense here on SmackDown, but not to be that time. Ziggler now with a page out of Finn Balor's book, going to the top rope. But Balor ready for it, carrying it. Ziggler now caught in no man's land. The fans fully behind both these superstars. Not quite sure they know which superstar they want to win this one. And what a great move there again by Balor. Off the top rope, Ziggler crashing and burning. And this is the kind of action you're going to be seeing every week on SmackDown, showcasing the best of the current and future stars in the entire WWE. And Finn Balor there, coup de grace time. If Balor hits this one is over. New York State champion. No, Finn Balor missing the coup de grace. A great counter there by Ziggler. A kick to the midsection. And now a jumping DDT. And I think Balor could be busted wide open. Looks like he is. And now Ziggler, the defending champion, in firm control. The big jumping DDT. And now a super hold with the theatrics. Picking Balor again to his feet. This time they're reversing it. And now Ziggler back in the corner. You can hear the fans fully behind Finn Balor, chanting Finn. Oh, but that time the fans, like it or not, Ziggler with a brainbuster. This one truly showcasing some of the best superstars here on SmackDown. Both these men, awesome athletes, awesome movesets. And we are seeing a fantastic back and forth matchup. The offense now about to continue. Because Ziggler on the top rope. A giant face buster off that third rope. This one gotta be over. Ziggler slowly but surely turning Balor over. The crowd cheering for Ziggler to retain that championship, which he's about to. No, he's not. Not this time anyway. Ziggler literally once again another millisecond away from retaining that championship. And the United States champion has got to be wondering what he's got to do to put down a challenger here this evening. Ziggler searching for answers. Of another super kick, over missing this time. Ziggler missing a super kick. And now this is Balor's opportunity with a comeback moment. Oh, but Ziggler ducking it. Another famouser. The One Billy Guns famouser there by Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler with a famouser. Into the roller. Is Ziggler leaving SmackDown? Still the champion. No, he's not. Ziggler unsuccessful there with another pin attempt. But now Balor, the ever-resilient Balor. Spinning Ziggler around. Oh, the old collar roll-up. The O'Connor roll-up, so close to getting the free count that time. This is some top-notch action. The fans fully behind both these great superstars. And Ziggler going for that zigzag. But Balor reversing a zigzag with the elbows. Balor's turn. Oh no, Ziggler has sung with the elbows. These two going back and forth for this great action. Look at the agility by Balor. What agility. Oh, look at that. The lift underhook DDT. Ziggler crashing down the hard way. And Ziggler is not moving. Finn Balor, the NXT rookie now, on the top rope. Go for that coup de grace. And this so connects with it. The coup de grace connecting to Dolph Ziggler. And have we got a new US champion? Finn Balor has done it. Finn Balor on his main roster Smackdown debut has defeated Dolph Ziggler. Finn Balor as the brand new US champion. This match decided by you viewers at home. You decided Finn Balor would challenge Dolph Ziggler for the US Championship here this evening. And in doing so, Finn Balor has taken this opportunity and ran with it. Finn Balor leaving SmackDown the US Champion. And look at this. Great sportsmanship shown by Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler congratulates him, a new champion. Ziggler no longer the US champion. That title now belongs to Finn Balor. What a debut by the Irishman here on SmackDown. Finn Balor leaving SmackDown the brand new United States champion. Next up, it is going to be the quote-unquote new John Cena taking on Sami Zayn, the NXT champion, in a non-championship contest. However, that is not the main story here, because the main story, if you missed last week's show, we witnessed the unthinkable. Let's go back now 7 days to see what happened last week on SmackDown. It was scheduled to be Hulk Hogan with John Cena in his corner, the brand new tag team champions, taking on Ambrose with Reigns in Ambrose's corner. Before that match could even get underway, John Cena doing the unthinkable, letting down not only himself but the WWE Universe. For seemingly no reason whatsoever, John Cena attacking the man he brought back into the company in the first place. John Cena with the 8-8 to Hulk Hogan, but it did not end there. John Cena delivering multiple chair shots to the holster, busting Hogan wide open. And for the exclamation point, John Cena delivering the A8 through the announcer's table. A shocking moment in WWE history. Last week's episode closing with John Cena leaving Hogan a bloody mess in the SmackDown arena. We still don't know exactly why John Cena did what he did last week. We tried to contact him, but Cena does not want to explain his actions. The bad news for Hogan fans is that Hogan, despite the vicious chair shots, it was actually the A8 through the announcer's table that did the damage. Hogan, who has history with multiple serious back issues, suffered another issue last week, and unfortunately for Hogan fans, that issue may keep Hogan out of action for good. As it currently stands, from what we're hearing, the rumour is Hulk Hogan is going to need surgery, but it get an update on Hogan and his future as and when it is available. Nevertheless, John Cena is in action, so let's get to John Cena versus Sami Zayn. Coming out first, we have got the NXT champion, Sami Zayn. Zayn winning that championship 2 months ago at the Rumble pay-per-view. Zayn certainly got his work out this evening. As far as we're aware, Sami Zayn, a Hulkamaniac growing up, so I'm sure Zayn is keen to get his hands on Cena here this evening. Again, that attack last week on the holster, a moment we never thought would see happen. Cena, one of the most loved and respected superstars in SmackDown history, turning his back on everyone last week. What an addition to SmackDown we witnessed this evening. Not too long ago, we saw Finn Balor claim his first championship in the main roster here in WWE, defeating Dolph Ziggler, leaving SmackDown the brand new US champion. We have still got that mega main event to come as well. Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan teaming up to face with Shields, Ambrose and Seth Rollins. And in a matter of moments, the new John Cena is going to be making his way to the ring, and it's going to be Cena versus Sami Zayn. in more great SmackDown action. And here he comes, as many are calling him the quote-unquote new John Cena. Cena last week again, doing the unthinkable, attacking Hogan, turning his back on each and every one of the fans in the arena. And you can see John Cena, a slightly new look, and definitely a brand new attitude. Cena there with that slow entrance, that new swagger. I'm not sure this is a Cena we've seen before, and I'm not sure it's a Cena many of us really want to be seeing. But that is what is happening. This new John Cena with this newfound attitude making his way to the ring. Probably noticed John Cena, no tag team gold here this evening. Earlier today, Mick Foley announcing John Cena has been stripped of the tag team championships, not only because of his own actions, but because of Hulk Hogan's inability to compete him in their future. And we'll be crowning new tag team champions in the weeks to come by featuring an 8-man tag team tournament for the championships. But more on that next week. In this one, John Cena versus NXT champion Sami Zayn in a non-championship contest. This one a matter of moments from getting underway. So here we go, the new John Cena taking on NXT champion Sami Zayn in a non-championship contest. Both these men, middle of the ring, and John Cena, again with a new attitude, taunting Sami Zayn. But now Zayn the elbows. The elbows and the forearm shots off the ropes. Oh, but Cena, just like that, a decapitating clothesline. Cena, a much bigger man, a much stronger man, taking Sami Zayn down the hard way. Now picking the champion back to his feet. And some more elbows. And look at Cena's face. His whole demeanour has completely changed. This is not the Cena we know and love. This is a different Cena. Cena with a new attitude, a new look. And certainly the aggressive side coming out in the early going on this one. Sami Zayn attempted a comeback. Oh, kick to the midsection. And now Sami Zayn off the springboard. The springboard DDT taking John Cena down. This could be Sami Zayn's opportunity, doing the right thing into the cover. And Sami Zayn going for the early victory. Not quite enough that time. Although, don't doubt it, that big springboard DDT certainly taking the wind out of John Cena. Off the second rope of the crossbody. Another cover. And another close one. Sami Zayn desperate to get a measure of revenge for the Hulkamaniacs here this evening. And coming close on a couple of occasions. But now Cena. The rights to the lefts. Sami Zayn in trouble in the corner. John Cena now placing Zayn on the top rope. But Zayn kicking Cena away. And another crossbody. Another cover. Oh, not even a 2 count that time. Cena, dazed and confused. Not happy about how this one's going so far. Sami Zayn, I would say, almost unexpectedly, with a fair bit of offense in the early going of this one. Again, if you missed last week's show, John Cena, the former tag team champion with Hulk Hogan, winning those championships at last month's Bad Blood pay-per-view. But John Cena last week on SmackDown and the main event, doing the unthinkable. It was scheduled to be Hulk Hogan with John Cena in his corner, taking on Dean Ambrose with Roman Reigns in his corner. Before that match got underway, before the Shield could even make their entrance, John Cena spinning Hogan around, giving Hogan the AA. But that is not where it ended. Hogan receiving several chair shots to the head by John Cena. And then, like we discussed, the AA through the announcer's table. That attitude adjustment causing Hogan some major back trauma. And that back trauma could be enough to keep the Hulkster out permanently. We'll get an update on Hogan as soon as we get one. This new John Cena with his newfound attitude, surprising and letting down the entire WWE Universe. Despite that though, we are seeing some great action again in this one. Sami Zayn setting Cena up in the corner. Going for a hell of a kick. Oh, but Cena reversing it. Cena reversing the hell of a kick. And I think it's time for the start of these so-called quote-unquote 5 moves of doom. The shoulder tackles. And we know what's coming. The You Can't See Me 5-knuckle shuffle. This time with some extra attitude about to be incoming. John Cena with a 5-knuckle shuffle delivered to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn giving us all this one, but the near record-setting world champion could be too much for Zayn here this evening. AA time. Oh, but no, Sami Zayn reversing the attitude adjustment into the reverse DDT. And again, this could be Sami Zayn opportunity to get Cena back to his feet to hit a big move, to go for the cover. And speaking of big moves, Sami Zayn now with the adrenaline flowing, going arguably for the biggest move in his arsenal, the torpedo DDT. John Cena spiked down on the outside of the ring. You can hear the fans chanting their "This is awesome," and I've got to agree with them. We're witnessing an awesome match. And that awesomeness is about to be continued, because Sami Zayn now setting Cena up for the suicide dive. Oh, but Sami Zayn crashing and burning in the biggest way possible. John Cena swatting Sami Zayn away. Sami Zayn with arguably the biggest fall we've ever seen, crashing and burning, spine first, back first, onto the outside of the ring. And to make matters even worse, John Cena, the action adjustment, again on the outside of the ring. And this one, you've got to assume it's as good as over. Sami Zayn's spine has got to be absolutely destroyed after that big fall. Not to mention the AA. John Cena out with that new swagger, back into the ring. The fans not liking this whatsoever. The fans are booing John Cena out of the building here on Smackdown. And John Cena with some words for the fans. And believe it or not, Sami Zayn slowly getting back to his feet. But why even bother? John Cena, another AA. This one, no doubt about it, is over. Sami Zayn giving us all. Sami Zayn missing that dive that ultimately has cost Sami Zayn this matchup. That miss followed by 2 AAs, one on the outside, one on the inside of the ring. And John Cena, as expected, is victorious. This new John Cena, I'm not sure I like it. The fans don't like it. And certainly Hogan doesn't like it. And now Cena, this one is not over. John Cena still sharing hand. Oh, but Daniel Bryan, a good friend of John Cena and John Cena's former tag team champion partner. John Cena's friend now, Daniel Bryan, making a save for Sami Zayn, taking that chair off Cena, trying to calm John Cena down. Oh, but Cena wants none of it. The AA to Daniel Bryan. Another former tag team champion partner of John Cena bites the dust. The AA delivered to Daniel Bryan. And I think it's clear to see John Cena has lost it. Something has gone wrong in the mind of John Cena. John Cena once again letting down the WWE Universe. And this time letting down his former tag team partner, Daniel Bryan. Now, speaking of Daniel Bryan, he's going to be in action up next. You've got to wonder what's going to be going through the mind of Daniel Bryan after what we saw moments ago. But nevertheless, Daniel Bryan will be in action up next. It will be the former teacher and student teaming up, Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan, taking on Dean Ambrose and the world champion Seth Rollins. So I guess in this one you can say in some ways the WrestleMania main event in a way coming early. In less than 3 weeks' time at WrestleMania, it will be Seth Rollins defending the championship against the Royal Rumble winner Shawn Michaels. Michaels declaring it will be Seth Rollins he would face at Mania 2 weeks ago at the Bad Blood pay-per-view. Rollins taunting HBK last week, delivering some sweet chin music of his own on last week's edition of Smackdown. And via Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels invited to Smackdown here this evening. Don't forget, technically, Michaels is a Raw superstar, but because he won the Royal Rumble, he had the choice to pick either the SmackDown champion or the Raw champion. As we now know, HBK picking the SmackDown champion, and therefore confirming the SmackDown main event of WrestleMania. It will be the SmackDown World Champion Seth Rollins defending against the Royal Rumble winner HBK Shawn Michaels. And speaking of Michaels, here he comes. It has been some time since we have seen HBK on the SmackDown brand, but that's exactly what we are seeing here this evening. Raw's Shawn Michaels now making his way to the ring. Again, we are less than 3 weeks till WrestleMania, and less than 3 weeks until the time the HBK will challenge Rollins for that World Championship. Seth Rollins has been World Champion now for several months, defeating the likes of Kevin Nash, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, of course, the tag team partner tonight for Shawn Michaels, as decided by the viewers at home last week. Whatever way you look at it, this one, an interesting dynamic. WrestleMania come early, but not only that, teacher and student Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan teaming up for the first time in WWE history here this evening. And there's music hitting the arena, the lead up of Submission City now making his way to the ring. Daniel Bryan, arguably the most popular superstar on the entire Smackdown roster. Oh, but Roman Reigns, the third member of the Shield, attacking Daniel Bryan on his way to the ring. Daniel Bryan now attacked for the second time in a matter of moments. Oh, and a spear almost breaking Daniel Bryan in half there. Roman Reigns, not even in this match, getting involved with Daniel Bryan on the way to the ring. Michaels in the ring, Ambrose in the ring, Rollins watching on from the apron. And it looks like Ambrose almost challenging HBK to start this match anyway. Oh, and HBK obliges. HBK starting this one. I guess this match is underway in what is going to be nothing more than a glorified handicap match. But Michaels now straight to Rollins, taking the opportunity to get his hands on the champion. And a sweet chin music. A sweet chin music delivered to the world champion. Michaels now back in the ring. Ambrose now could be in trouble. Daniel Bryan being seen to by EMTs at the top of the ramp. But meanwhile in the ring, Shawn Michaels on fire. Raw's Shawn Michaels showing Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins what they call him Mr. WrestleMania. HBK on that top rope, going to be going for that signature elbow drop. And the elbow drop connecting to the heart of Dean Ambrose. The SmackDown fans on their feet, chanting HBK. Might be a Raw superstar, but the SmackDown audience this evening showing full respect and much love for Shawn Michaels here this evening. And that cheer might be about to get louder. Ambrose, groggy, could be moments away from a sweet chin music. Oh, but Ambrose catching it. Ambrose reversing the sweet chin music. A great counter by the Lunatic Fringe. Oh, but Michaels now a counter of his own. Oh, but no, Ambrose out of the ropes. And look at that, the Lunatic Clothesline. The Shield's Lunatic Fringe taking down the number one contender to Rollins World Championship. Speaking of Rollins, he's still dazed and confused on the outside of the ring, and his challenger, come WrestleMania, is on fire in the centre of the SmackDown ring. Ambrose in the corner, and look at that, Michaels the big forearm. This match was scheduled to be a tag team match, but Shawn Michaels' tag team partner taken out by Roman Reigns on the way to the ring. But Dean Ambrose now, 1/3 of the Shield, fighting back in his own way, taking Michaels down on that big clothesline. And now the Lunatic Fringe going all out on HBK. And going back to Daniel Bryan for a moment. Roman Reigns attacking Daniel Bryan on the way to the ring. So again, this match now seemingly nothing more than a handicap match. It has not been Daniel Bryan's night. First attacked by John Cena, then attacked by Roman Reigns. And the champion now back on the apron. Watch out, Michaels. Up with Michaels. The rope getting pulled down by Rollins. Michaels now crashing on the outside of the ring. Rollins was taken out. Volley that sweet chin music in the opening moments of this one. But Rollins now finally recovering. And with Daniel Bryan receiving medical attention backstage. This one, as we said, a glorified handicap match. Michaels in a world of trouble. Rollins and Ambrose with the double team on the outside of the ring. Technically, HBK and Dean Ambrose to be two legal men in this one. The referee continuing the count, but Dean Ambrose breaking it up. And now double team time, the double suplex, crashing, Shawn Michaels spine down, the hard way on the outside of the ring. And the two Shield members really proud of their actions in this one. Taunting the fans, and the fans are not happy. This double team now is going to continue. Oh, and Michaels, look at that. Reversal by Michaels. Ambrose into the guardrail. Rollins trying to fight back, but not this time. Now Rollins turn into the guardrail. This could be Michaels' opportunity. Oh, a sweet chin music from nowhere to Dean Ambrose. A massive sweet chin music to Dean Ambrose. And now another sweet chin music to Seth Rollins. That has me second sweet chin music Seth Rollins has tasted in this one. Can you believe it? Shawn Michaels doing all he can do, and so far so good. Michaels to be moments away from the gigantic victory. Michaels back in the ring. And now Roman Reigns, the third member of the Shield, making another appearance. It was Reigns that took out Daniel Bryan at the start of this one. And Reigns taunting, going for a Superman punch, but Michaels reversing it. Michaels reversing a Superman punch. And now Shawn Michaels showing Roman Reigns what they call him Mr. WrestleMania, why he is a former leader of DX, and why he is considered by many as the best wrestler in this business. Oh, but Reigns with that power, the back body drop. And now Michaels turning around into a big spear. Roman Reigns with another spear, this time to the number one contender to Seth Rollins World Championship. Reigns now placing Michaels back in the ring. And Michaels, who has dominated most of this matchup, which has been nothing more than a glorified handicap match, now finds himself in a world of trouble. The numbers game, too much for HBK. Look at that, Dean Ambrose taunting Shawn Michaels. The dirty deeds delivered to HBK. And the numbers game, too much for Shawn Michaels. Basically a 3-on-1 onslaught by the Shield. And now finally, look at this. About damn time. The world champion Seth Rollins finally for the first time tagged into this one. Rollins immediately climbing the turnbuckle. And a Phoenix splash to Shawn Michaels. The world champion covering the number one contender. A brave effort by Shawn Michaels here this evening. But in the end, the numbers game, too much for the Heartbreak Kid. The Shield, in typical Shield fashion, not playing by the rules here this evening. First attacking Michaels' partner Daniel Bryan, and then basically telling this one into a 3-on-1 predicament. And just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for Shawn Michaels, the triple power bomb delivered to the number one contender to Seth Rollins World Championship. Seth Rollins and the rest of the Shield standing tall and victorious here this evening over a battered and bruised and defeated Shawn Michaels. But will that be the case in 3 weeks' time when Rollins meets Michaels one-on-one for the World Championship in the main event of WrestleMania?